So after many of you watched my previous video of how I managed to turn and transform my body from skinny fat to muscular, I actually received quite a few questions asking me about my diet and training. So in today's video, I'll be going over the exact nutrition guide I followed so you can learn from my mistakes and get to your dream body and obtain your results faster and easier than I did. So let's get right into the video.
Right, so, okay, with a quick disclaimer before I start, this video will not have any flashy cool effects. I will be only guiding you through my process, through these really simple slides. If you don't have the patience and focus to learn how you can eat, so you can get your dream body, I suggest that you click off this video and go back to TikTok and watch young teenage girls dancing instead. Alright, with that stated, back to the video. Okay, now, right? The ultimate nutrition game guide. How to eat more to get an aesthetic body without starving yourself of delicious food. Right, now, let me guess. I'm guessing you've probably seen a ton of videos from many fitness influencers in the fitness industry. Each of them tells you different diets you need to eat in order to become jacked like that. And you're probably confused whether you should be trying keto, vegan, paleo, high carb, low carb, high fat, or intermittent fasting. You've probably tried a few of these diets in the past and they've never really worked out. The first thing I want to mention is probably isn't really your fault, right? There's a ton of info out there and it can be confusing. Many times the information overload keeps you from succeeding and it's okay, all right? It's normal. If you're concerned in the past that you can't succeed with finding the right diet, that's okay. I want to put those fears to rest, right? You can do this. You probably just need the right person to explain it to you. Most of the time, all that these influencers are really doing is that they just want you to believe their diet works so they can sell you their program or course or coaching for thousands of dollars, right? Not that there's anything inherently wrong with that. It's just the fact that having too much info will probably overwhelm you. If you've ever thought that these influencers want you to fail, you're probably right. They don't benefit from you succeeding yourself without them. So they want to make it sure so that you can buy the program before you start seeing any results, right? So that's what I'm here for, right? I know that you want the potential to change your life by transforming your body. You have the ability to do so. It's just that you've been misled. So I want to show you how you can do so without suffering any longer. Sound good? All right, now let's get into it. And all right, the goal for this video is to guide you and help you obtain your dream body by eating in the right way and without starving yourself of good and delicious food. And number two, the only way to do so is to follow principled dieting, which I'll show you exactly how to do so in the following slides, right? And before you think that I'm going to sell you another $1,997 course, relax, all right? Absolutely nothing to sell you. I'm going to give away every single dieting secret I know, which I actually used over the years for free. The only reason I'm doing this is because I want to help young guys like me to regain their confidence and that have been stolen from them in this modern world and to build their own dream body basically, right? That's probably your dream outcome for you. All right, let's get into it. Now, who is this guide for, right? This guide is for if you are a teenager who is skinny fat and want to look good in front of the mirror with a muscular body, or if you're a college student looking to build muscle to impress your friends, or probably attract girls if you're into that, right? If you have trouble choosing between keto, vegan, low carb, high carb, intermittent fasting, etc., diet, because almost every fitness guru out there say that theirs is the best. And if you struggle to get enough protein every day and want to find out how to get more in, right? Protein, right? If you want to learn to transform your body so you can become more confident and proud. More importantly, who is this guide not for? This guide is not for you if you want the latest diet hack so you can get 10-minute ab workouts every day to get washboard abs and chisel muscle. Right? If you're this kind of guy, don't watch this video, click it off, and you're better off watching Men's Health. Alright? Or reading, yeah. Now, first of all, why should you listen to me? Good question, right? After all, why should a 19-year-old kid be out there and teaching others how to build an aesthetic physique instead of staying at home the whole day playing video game? Why should I do this, right? You have a good point, actually. But here's what I did, right? I managed to transform my physique from skinny fat to muscular from the age 15 to 18. Nothing special, but it really transformed the way I viewed myself and boosted my confidence a shit ton, so I could improve my terrible mental health which plagued me when I was younger. That's all that really is, right? Alright. Now let me tell you a story, right? I used to be this guy right here. I had a huge appetite and loved to eat junk food. I used to eat fries and cup noodles for breakfast every single morning when I was 13, believe it or not. And actually shit hit the fan when I faced one of the most emotionally painful experiences that I had in my life, which is still really funny to this day. And I wanted to become fitter, but I struggled badly. I couldn't control my mouth from eating unhealthy food. I tried all kinds of diets, failed, right? I watched all the fitness influencers. I tried every single diet out there. I mean, not really all of them, but you get what I mean, right? And it wasn't until I finally learned about principle dieting did I actually nail my nutrition game down and started seeing actual progress in the gym. And after following this diet for 3 years, I managed to get my dream body. Right, pretty simple. And if you want to learn more about my whole story, you can check it out in the video link above. Alright? Now you may be saying, but Shan, I'm not skinny fat. You're probably thinking now, yeah, right. But this principle diet thing framework applies to you regardless whether you're skinny fat, skinny or obese, right? You basically just apply these principles into your dieting framework and you will nail your nutrition game down. It doesn't matter where you started from. And this is one of my best friends, Amos. He used to be really, really skinny, right? Until he learned about the principle diet, which helped him transform his body in 1 year without even changing much about what he ate at all. All he did was be consistent, right? Now, in this video, I'll be going over 3 diet secrets, right? The first secret is how the principle diet isn't actually a diet and why it matters if you're trying to get your dream physique. The second secret, how to hack your brain to give you unlimited motivation, even if you think you're lazy. Secret number 3, how you can follow the principle diet while eating together with your family. I understand that some of you may be struggling to eat properly while eating with your family because your family has different dieting habits. Probably they like to eat unhealthy food. Here's the third secret will teach you how to easily overcome that. Okay, now let's get into the first secret. Secret number 1, how the principle diet isn't actually a diet and why it matters if you're trying to get your dream physique. You see, in the beginning, I knew I had to eat protein, but I had no idea how to get enough of it as a vegetarian. So I tried loading up on eggs and peanut butter as my main sources of protein. I'll eat tons of fried eggs and peanut butter sandwiches during my lunch breaks at school. I thought, great, now I'm getting enough protein in daily. And so I thought, right, what happened was, well, I ended up getting little bit of muscle and a shit ton of fat. Not so good, right? This was me 5 months after I started the gym. Not so good. In fact, I became much fatter. Now, then I learned about principle dieting, which wasn't a particular diet, which I'll get to in a moment, and suddenly saw a day and night change in my progress. Well, this isn't the most impressive, but it was much better than the previous result I got. Let's not forget this was only a few months after I started going to the gym. And if you're probably thinking again, Sean, I'm not vegetarian, I can eat anything I want. And yeah, you're right. This means that principle dieting formula will probably work even well for you, right? Let me get into it in a second. So what actually is the principle dieting? Principle dieting is really just a set of rules which I follow when I diet, right? It doesn't really involve excluding any food groups. Therefore, it's not the same as all the other diets out there, like keto, paleo, vegan, etc. It's really not the same. And it works regardless of whatever diet you eat. All you have to do is to follow these few frameworks. Number 1, Framework number 1, calories in, calories out. Very simple. Look, you probably didn't expect to escape the laws of thermodynamics, didn't you? Right? Your weight is determined by the amount of calories you consume versus the amount of calories you burn. Very simple. For example, if you ate 2,000 calories and burn 1,500, you will have a surplus 500 calories that will lead to weight gain, right? And and vice versa, if you ate 1,500 calories and you burn 2,000, you would have a negative 500 calories, which means you will be losing weight. Pretty easy to understand, right? This is the basic laws, right? Now you might be asking, how do I know how many calories do I need to eat in a day? Well, I've got you covered, no worries. Just go to this link, which I'll link it down below in the video. And after you get an estimate for your maintenance calories, which the calculator will give you, add 100 to 200 calories if you want to bulk. If you're skinny fat, add 500 calories if you want to bulk and you're super skinny. Reduce 200 to 500 calories if you have some excess fat and you want to lose weight steadily. Maintain the caloric number if you have lots of excess fat and you want to focus on building muscle. It really depends on what your goal is, right? You can follow according to this framework. Now that wasn't so complicated, wasn't it? Now let's get into the next framework. Framework number 2, protein. Right? Protein is the main building blocks of muscle. But don't be a moron like I was, who ate everything that included protein in it. I'll explain in a bit, alright? First, you gotta calculate how much protein you gotta take in a day. And how do you do that? Pretty simple. Now, let's not get too caught up in the calculations over here, right? Don't be confused. If you're bad at math formulas, really don't worry, alright? It's really simple. All it means in this formula over here is take 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight or 2.2 grams of protein per kg of body weight. Depends on how you want to measure your body weight. It's really not that complicated, right? Just follow the formula. Framework number 3. It's a no-brainer that clean whole foods will always be healthier and beneficial for your physique than ultra-processed food. Clean whole foods are more nutrient dense, which means they contain more fiber, vitamins and minerals, which does our health and body wonders. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that you cannot take any processed foods. I did take plenty of processed food. But what I'm saying is you should use the 80-20 rule here. 80% of your food should be really high quality, clean whole foods, while 20% you can leave it for the more processed food that you would like to have. Alright? Now, I'm not going to list all the foods here because you already probably know what they are. And if you don't know, just Google search for a list of clean whole foods, and there you go. Pretty simple. Okay, now I'm probably gonna sound like I'm just repeating common sense here. But this is the only stuff that works. You follow the best principles for a long enough time horizon, and you will get results, guaranteed. Alright? This is the only stuff that works. None of that bullshit. If it's complicated, it probably doesn't work. Now, do you want to know the guaranteed way to fail in your nutrition game? Number 1, switching up your diet every few weeks to shock your body. After all, our muscles need to be shocked, right? Number 2, eating inconsistently, having an inconsistent eating time frame. If you really want to fail, follow these 2 things, and I can guarantee you that you will fail. Really easy. There's no such thing as immediate results. You have to be patient and willing to put in the work, even if you don't see any results yet. Alright, secret number 2, how to hack your brain to give you unlimited motivation, even if you think you're lazy. Right, this one is a really good one. Now, who here want to know how they can give themselves unlimited motivation? I assume probably most of you do. And I'll give it to you. The absolute number 1 way to get unlimited motivation. Step 1, get into a relationship with a girl. Step 2, let her break your heart. That's it. Ever wonder why so many guys go through these huge transformations? Actually had a traumatic emotional experience before it. There you have it. They had unlimited motivation. I mean, jokes aside though, let's get into the next best way to get unlimited motivation. The next best way to get unlimited motivation. Number one, find your why. Right? Find out the reason why you want to get fit and to get a fit and aesthetic body. It could be anything. Right? It doesn't matter if it's good or bad. It only matters if it's a strong enough feel. Right? I think strong enough keep you going, even when you don't feel like it. And then another way is to do a dopamine detox or monk mode. And if you want to know how you can do it, you can check out the video link above. Secret number 3, right? How you can follow the principle diet while eating together with your family. Now, I know plenty of you guys probably look like this now because you all probably have a trouble because you all probably stay together with your family and have trouble convincing them to prepare different meals for you, right, to suit your diet. This was the exact problem I faced. I wanted to focus all my meals around protein, but my family didn't care. Then I found out the exact workaround for that. What was it? Okay, here's the workaround. You can try preparing your meals a week ahead yourself, meal prep, and put it in the freezer or the fridge and reheat it whenever you need to eat. This is basically why a lot of people do this. It's really convenient, right? And eat what your family eats, okay? And add on your own protein source to the meal. So what I did was, actually, let's say my mom will cook noodles for us, right? And I will just add on my own protein source to the noodles. It's pretty simple. Could be anything. Now, and another way to do so is to become the master at the art of persuasion and use it to manipulate your mom to cook for you. But this one, highly unrecommended. I don't really recommend this because it's really difficult to do so. Alright. Now, how many of you are ready to crush your nutrition goals to get your dream body? Or, okay, what about you who feel like this now? Like a gush of information just down your face. If you feel like this, don't worry. You can contact me via email down, which I'll link in the video description down below. So you can ask me any questions if you would like to. Alright? I understand it's a lot of information to digest all at once, probably. Now that I've given you so much information, can I ask you for a favor? Fair enough? Alright, all I need to do is to like the video and subscribe. That's all. Oh, and make sure to leave any recommendations of videos you want me to make down in the comments. Peace, and thank you so much for listening.